Welcome to GameMate Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Imagosphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of GameMate Corp, Beckers.
And I am the CEO of GameMate Corp, Rice.
Wow. Last time on this podcast, we made extreme
It seemed
book
like you were
club.
going for an ASMR vibe, and I wanted to do the opposite for the like chocolate and fudge. No, the chocolate and peanut butter.
How did extreme book club do?
Beckers, do you remember the last meeting we had?
This one?
No, this is the meeting that we're having. Do you know how time works?
The one before this one.
Yes. No, the one after. How did that one go?
It went really bad. Just skip next week's.
Good. Set him off. Hey, next one is just gonna be so bad we're not even gonna put it out. So
We're just gonna release a continuous hour-long fart noise.
It's gonna be good.
No, it's bad. I already said
that. Extreme Book Club got a lot more people reading, but in a dangerous way. And everybody loved it. But sadly, the Pizza Hut Corporation out of business. They can't keep up with all the free personal pan pizzas because people are reading too much. The Book It Club.
Okay.
The Book It, kids read books, then they get free pizza. Were you ever a child, Beckers?
I'm still a child.
Tell me what it's like to be young and full of happiness.
Can I go play Animal Crossing now?
Later. Do the rest of the podcast first.
I'm hungry. Okay, let's podcast.
Ready to start?
Do you have a game idea, or should I do a game idea?
Maybe you should tell people how they can give us game ideas.
Okay. Well, help, please. Give us game ideas. Go to twitter.com and put out an incredible game idea, like how to make makeshift throwing stars. I don't know. Just something better. Like, this is what I can come up with. You can come up with better, and I know it. Because every time we do a live show, everyone has better ideas than us. So you put it on the Twitter machine, and then you put hashtag GameMateCorp, and we'll do anything. And we'll air it.
You know how they say, like, things will go off the rails?
Yeah.
We're not even starting with rails. We're just like a train just trying to go down the highway and see how that goes for us. So
sometimes we don't go at all.
Yeah, because it's a train without rails.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if anyone's ever tried that.
It's called a bus.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that. Okay, Beckers, I have a video game idea for you. This is a game where you travel back in time and you can date anyone in the entire history of time, space, or places, because time machines can also travel in space. Actually, what if they didn't? That would be funny. If you're like, I'm in the 1920s, but I also need to rent a car to get back to where I live. Because you were in Las Vegas and you're like, this is a booming town where all the hotties are. And then you time travel back, but then you went where Las Vegas was just a desert.
I think traveling in time and in space are different concepts. So I don't know why the default most of the time for time machines is that you can do both.
Because it would be really difficult to be like, okay, I'm in a really cool place right now, but I'm going to travel back in time, and then it's also going to be cool at the same place later. That's very hardly ever the case. You should really
put your time machine somewhere where nobody ever lived. Because can you imagine, like, time machining back and you time machine right into somebody and they explode because you put a time machine where they were?
And then you just go back further and go, whoop, it's fine now.
Do you?
I mean,
Paradox. They died. They died.
which
You can't undo that. You'd have to take your time machine to the future just before you left and then be like, hey, don't do what you just did. That
time
didn't go good.
travel, that would also be a paradox.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. This is why time travel is the worst.
Which time travel theory do you subscribe to?
The one where everything's a paradox. So you can't change anything, ultimately.
I call that one fate. Which is also weird. I mean, technically that's what happened in the first Bill and Ted. Because they did the whole thing of like the dad's keys were missing. And they were like, well, what happens if we just travel back in time to before the keys were missing and take them and put them over here? And then they're like, oh, we'll do that later. And then the keys happen to be where they said they were because later they do it, which means that at no point did they ever have the ability to alter time. Time had already figured in their time travel. If the things were already there, if things had already factored in their shenanigans.
Okay, so what's another theory then?
Alternate reality, where when you time
Multiple
travel,
timelines.
yeah, you're breaking off and creating something new, so you can you're jumping around, but really what you're doing is creating different realities. And under this reality,
when you smash into that lady and bust her apart by teleporting your time machine there, that one's dead.
Yeah,
and
actually,
no
I mean that one's
it.
dead. But then you go back and create an alternate reality where they are alive and you are part.
But
of
is there a
place.
point to creating another reality where they're alive? Because the one there where she's dead is always going to exist.
Well, because then by doing that, you are then creating a reality where she exists.
What's the point of that?
Because then
you still killed her.
But there was. But then you
still killed her.
But then you created her again.
But you can't unkill her.
Sure,
in
but
that
you could
timeline, she is dead.
But you created
She's
one.
all over the ceiling.
The ceiling? What kind of time travel or time machine do you have?
They went into a house and they put her all over the inside of it.
Are you what?
That's what I'm picturing.
Okay, I'm feeling you're picturing the TARDIS.
It's some sort of box or a machine. Get in the machine. Time travel back. And you time travel into a house and onto a place someone was, and two things can't exist in the same space.
Hot tub time machine.
That would be gross because then she would also partly get into the hot tub. And you would have to dump all the water to clean it out.
Yep.
And who knows if it retains its magical powers.
That movie I think was good, but I don't remember anything about it.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
Can we, let's make a game.
So, go back in time, seduce some hotties. This is a game where you can seduce anyone in the entire time travel deal. It's like, where in time is Carmen Sandiego? I think they made that one. There's actually, I think, like, where in time is Mario? I feel like there's a time traveling Mario game. This is a real thing that exists. It's like where in time is Carmen Sandiego, but with Mario. And you got to find some hotties to seduce. Beckers, give me those historical hotties.
Cleopatra.
Got him. Hit that like button on the. I don't know. I was just gonna say like, hit that cat lady, because they were made big cat sculptures. Got them.
Okay.
Mark them down. Okay, next one. What's another option?
Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Monroe is a hottie of the past. Are you only going to do the ladies?
I thought that's what you're asking for.
I want historical hotties. They got to be the ones that are hot in the past. I'm not saying boys. I'm not saying girls. I'm saying hotties.
Heath Ledger.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
It's recent, but yes.
I mean, I was playing Jeopardy on my Echo device earlier, and they were like, ancient history, the 1980s. And I was like, whoa. Holy
That's
shit.
offensive.
I was born in that time, thank you. I'm a historical figure then.
I wasn't. I was born later than that. Bryce is old. I am not.
Okay, thanks for keeping score. Okay, I guess you got Marilyn Monroe, Cleopatra, Heath Ledger. Those are your great options. Maybe this is an open world game. Maybe you can go to ancient Greece and just like look around and be like, hey, that person's over there looks like quite the attractive person. You can talk them up, see what their interests are, get into them in the romantic place. And then you travel to the future. Actually, maybe I think okay. Okay, I've got it. I figured it out. It's not about you, Beckers. It's not about you.
It's always about me.
Well, it's not about the player character. Instead, this is a game where you play it as a historical matchmaker. It's then you're really playing the Marty McFly, because maybe you are very suave. Maybe you've got a 18 in your charisma skills, but you need to use your good D&D roll 20s to be able to use them to get other characters together, like a Marty McFly's parents, whose names I don't remember, even though I watched the film last night.
Oh, Donna and Steve.
Yep. That's I watched it and I can verify that that's for sure not what they are.
Mary.
No.
And Ted.
Sure. Okay. So,
Jacqueline.
you need to
Fred.
match people up. And this is important. It needs to happen because if people are not getting together, you need to make sure your existence happens, because maybe if Cleopatra doesn't get down to Funky Town with
Caesar,
yeah, then your great-great-grandparents don't come together because they are the great ancestors. They were actually like third cousins. Like their best friend was at a party with Cleopatra and Caesar's kid, and he hooked him up. What's funny? It's not what I'm saying. It's gotta be something.
No, it was something you said.
What?
I don't want to repeat it.
Okay.
You said something about grandparents coming together.
Okay. Beckers, can you contribute to this, or should we move on?
Let's move on. You disgust me.
Okay, good. Do yours then. I think I had something here, but
well, we can keep doing it.
No. No, you do yours. If you can come up with something better, you can do yours, and then maybe we'll swing back to mine at the end when it turns out that this was the heart of the cards.
All right, my idea comes from a Twitter account that gives me game ideas whenever I need them. It's called @YourNextGame. The game is a comfort blanket-esque idle game about overprotective Bob Ross fans. So I'm thinking, just spitballing here. You are the player. You have to manage like a little system of resources and whatnot. You want to increase Bob Ross's fame and protect him from his fans because they're crazy, like a little bit, right? Because all of the fans are crazy.
Okay, so
overprotective.
Okay, so I have several questions. What is your role in the Bob Ross organization? Are you like his publicist? Are you in charge of his like getting famous? Are you just a fan?
Like,
are you just someone who wants him to succeed?
No, you're not.
Are you
person.
Bob Ross?
Stop it.
Are you
not
the all-seeing eye?
I would tell you if you would stop for us. You're the all-seeing eye.
Okay.
You are not a person in the universe. You're just managing everything.
Okay. So
kind of like Sims. Who are you in The Sims? Are you the builder? No. You are god
Okay. I mean,
of this game.
to a certain extent, you could say that you are the Sims. You are the characters because you do control their
No,
decisions.
because you're not. Okay, then you are everyone.
Your resources are their resource. Their resources
You're everyone and no one.
Okay. So then if you are
Okay.
controlling all the puppets of the land, couldn't you just say, hey, everybody like Bob Ross, but not too much, a comfortable amount. Let's turn it down a little bit.
It's like a theme park game, you know? Like, you don't control the people coming in. Okay, just whatever.
In a theme
Whatever.
park game,
just let me finish.
you are the theme park manager. You are the man.
I hate this. I realized that, and that's why I wanted to get away from it.
Because I've unwrapped your riddle and turned out inside was theme park manager.
No, because it was a bad metaphor, but this game is still whatever I want to make it. So in this game, you are everyone and no one, and fuck you. So please, just let me talk about my game.
Go on.
I will. So you have to manage the system up and down different little sliders or whatever. You want to make Bob Ross more famous without making him have too many crazy fans at once. But you also have to protect him from the world because I decided that in this game, someone's trying to get him.
Okay.
And my best thing I come up with was like jealous people who are artists, but they're not as good as Bob Ross.
Okay.
Because in this world, Bob Ross, and every world, Bob Ross is the number one artist of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
is he the number one artist no matter what you do, or do your actions to make him the number one artist?
the fact that he is the most skilled artist in the world is a static thing that does not change.
Okay, but how famous he is for his skill is changed by your actions.
That can change, yes,
Okay.
by your actions. Yep. So you can choose to do a expo or something and your fame will go up, but then you'll have more fans, and those fans will protect you from Michelangelo, who's trying to break
Bob
into your
Ross?
house.
You keep saying you. Are you Bob
Protect your Bob.
Okay.
Your Bob from Michelangelo breaking into your house, because there's so many fans around your house all the time that they'll see him coming and they'll take him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But if you have too many fans, it's gonna unlock a secret ending, or just an ending where
We only have one ending.
where your Bob Ross is kidnapped and locked in somebody's basement and it's game over.
Yep.
So you gotta keep a balance.
Well, maybe it's a like Rick and Morty situation where if you get too many crazy fans, then it'll scare away all the like normal people, and then he can't become as famous as he would if they weren't there.
I mean, that's an option, but I like the basement thing.
Sure, yeah. Okay, we're gonna have multiple endings. One of them's Rick and Morty, one of them's the basement.
Yeah, like Misery. I don't know. All right, and then if you don't have enough fans, like if you, I don't know, if you're able to hide from your fans and you're away from them, then Da Vinci is gonna poison you because you don't got anybody, your overprotective fans looking out for you.
Mm-hmm.
So your goal is to get as famous as possible without death or bad. Something that ends your game. Yeah.
Can I solve your riddle?
I don't think you can.
We put we put a mask on Bob Ross. He does all his paintings as in a mask, like the dead mouse. And then anybody can be Bob Ross. They just need to put on the mask, and then they're Bob Ross, and then they can't kill Bob Ross because everyone's Bob Ross.
No,
Anybody can play Bob Ross with the mask.
Because if you have fans, they'll find out who you are. That's how it is.
That's what they say about Banksy. Do you know who Banksy is?
I do.
It's Bob Ross.
It's Bob Ross. He didn't really die in 1994, and I had to look that up because I wasn't actually sure if he was alive or not.
Okay. Do you think he's gotten more or less famous after?
Somehow more, I think. I don't know.
It's probably It's probably because he has less control over who like sees his stuff. So people are just like, yeah, let's sell it to whoever wants it.
Yeah. You can have events in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like things outside of the player's control that they have to deal with.
Yes.
Like, hey, there was a power outage. Your security system went down. And if your meters aren't good, then you're dead.
Okay. So normally you could have spent all your money on security and that would have been fine, but you should have spent it on fans.
Oh, you can have money too. And you can choose to allocate money to certain areas. And as you get more famous, you get more money. But as you get more money, you get more problems.
Okay. So I'm gonna spice it up. I got your thing. You're gonna do your thing. I'm gonna add in some fine details that I think is gonna make this something. Okay. So you've got these sliders that I think are happening, but throughout the entire game, you got your sliders probably maybe on the bottom of your screen, and then in the like top right hand corner, every single Bob Ross video that has ever been made is playing. And so
At once?
No. One at a time. The length of the game is the amount of Bob Ross content that exists. So it's like on one hand, you're like managing these things, like trying to keep Bob Ross alive. And maybe like we filmed some like additional scenes, like we get a Bob Ross stand-in. So like depending on how things go, we can like drop in some footage. So it'll really amp up the stuff. But if you're managing your things well, it's just like the chillest thing ever, man. You're just sitting there watching Bob Ross do his stuff. You're just moving your arrows up and down. Like Bob Ross is chill because I'm looking at the prompt that you were given. It was a comfort blanket-esque idle game about overprotective Bob Ross fans. You really hit the last part. You did get the overprotective Bob Ross fans. We got the comfort blanket, I think, with the fact that Bob Ross is right there telling you how to paint. Maybe you're painting with one hand and moving those dials with the other. Because that's how you paint. You only need one hand. Actually, if you're real good, probably. And then the idle game is that it's all happening while you are just watching these films and moving the dials, because the fan counter is going up. The fan, like, you can maybe like bring it down and try and like manipulate how fast it climbs, and maybe that'll help maybe you'll get some like chill fans, art fans, crazy fans. Like you'll get some like dials of what kind of fans you got, but you got all those kind of things where you're just sitting there watching Bob Ross just do his thing, and then maybe the security outage happens and we drop in our scene about the screen just goes black, and then the red lights come on. Bob Ross is standing there, and the fans. Turns out you actually were doing really well with ninja fans, and they jump into action and save the day. And we film it all.
And then we make a hit movie.
Yep. We make the we make the movie based on the game, based on the Bob Ross.
We're gonna call this game Bob Ross Baby, and then we're gonna call
what?
Call the movie.
It's.
What do you mean? What?
Can you tell me
clear.
Can you tell me it again? I need to write it down.
Bob Ross Baby.
How many A's in that one?
4.
Okay.
You would think an odd number would be best, but you would be wrong.
Okay. Well, you're doing it though, right? The thing that comes next.
It says here that it's time for the investor shout out. And let's throw up some deuces for my peeps. Their names are Aaron C. and Alex Weber. I hope that you're touched because I'm calling you out for being awesome. Thank you for investing in our company. Nice. You too can receive this if you go to patreon.com/lastgeek and you put your money in the machine and you sign up for the level where we do the shouting out, and that's how it'll be. And I want you to know that there's no two people whose names I say more than these two people. So think about that. All right, Bryce, take it away with the next game.
The pigeon has to go to school.
Go on.
That is my game idea. And this has a lot of things that the player needs to figure out. We give you the box. The box says the pigeon has to go to school. The game starts. That's it. You're in your room. You're just in a room in a building in a city. And you did read the box or the digital download when you purchased it, and it said the pigeon has to go to school. So you do know the tutorial. The tutorial is the box. It's the thing that you purchased. You know the goal. It's like when you play the Breath of the Wild, and it's like defeat Ganon, and it's just like, why don't you just call it Defeat Ganon instead of Legend of Zelda? We're telling you the goal of the box. Okay. So, pigeon has to go to school. 1, what pigeon? You got to go find a pigeon that's going to go to school. I'm not saying that you need to find a specific pigeon. Any pigeon will do. You just need a pigeon to go to school. 2, school. What is it? All of it. I need a pigeon from the elementary to the college education gone. And I'll say it can go to, it'll go, if as long as it gets a college education, that's fine. You're not getting a college education unless you got a high school diploma or a general education degree. Got to have something to let you into college. So that's got to happen.
Yeah.
Might as well get that pigeon through K through 12, so that it
How many years of school are there?
7, like Harry Potter. Right? No, it's 6. There's 6. There's 12 grades. No? Yes.
Are there?
There's 6th grade.
Are you sure?
6th grade, and then junior high is 7 and 8, and then there's 4 years after that. That's 12.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, are we counting kindergarten?
Are we?
Yes, 13.
Lucky.
Yep.
So anyways, I just thought you seemed shaky about it. I just wanted to I wanted to see you fail.
Okay, how'd it go?
Not as good as I'd hoped.
Okay. So the pigeon has to go to school. K through 12 would be an option. I will Beckers, are we gonna allow them to just get a college educated pigeon?
I don't know what's happening.
The box says the pigeon has to go to school. What do you want that to be? I'm trying to work with you as a co-conspirator.
You wrote this idea down. You have to have something.
I do. The idea is the pigeon has to go to school. Beckers, do we want the players to be able to just make the players have the pigeon get a college diploma? Is that enough, or
I think you have to start in the mines. I think you got to start in kindergarten.
Okay, well, see, here's my thought.
You got to pass your color painting before you can pass your algebra.
Here's my thing, though. I'm almost willing to say that they can just get a college educated pigeon, and that will be fine, because you could just try and drop that pigeon off at Harvard. he ain't gonna do good. He's not gonna go to law school. That's not gonna work. If he doesn't start in kindergarten, he's not gonna make it at Harvard. So we can let the players fail. We can let them try. And then they realize, oh wait, I need to send my pigeon to kindergarten. And then it'll learn to finger paint, and then it'll learn about self-esteem, and then maybe it will make it in Harvard.
Because it'll have the power of friendship behind it.
Yeah. So
the wind beneath its wings.
You have no control over what happens to this pigeon during its educational periods. You are just there to try and help direct where it goes. Maybe you are a motherly character. Maybe you found a pigeon on the street. Maybe you just captured a pigeon that you found on the street because you do need a pigeon to go to school. So
There's a homeless pigeon living on the streets.
Aren't they all?
That's why we really got to get this game going.
So you take them, you put them in school. Okay. How do you get the pigeon in the school? How do you get the school to agree to take a pigeon?
How did Airbud get on the team?
He wasn't in the school. He wasn't part of... he was part of the basketball team, but I don't think he went to school. I think if they're more allowed to play on the basketball team than they are to take math.
But
that's
ridiculous.
When was the last time anybody watched Airbud?
I watched Airbud a while ago.
I feel like...
So that's ridiculous. Airbud didn't go to the school. You can't play for the team if you don't go to the school.
I don't think they were playing school-based things. I think it was like a city league.
No, it was school.
Do I need to look up the plot of Airbud right now?
No, please. No, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, God. And there we are.
Airbud is an American-Canadian sports comedy directed by who cares?
Comedy?
The film opens on Norm Snively, an alcoholic and bumbling clown. This later they witness them being mean to him. This Wikipedia article doesn't have it clear. He was playing for the school league or the city league, or I don't think they were getting into which league.
Aren't they the Timberwolves?
It is the Timberwolves. I see that very clearly that it is the Timberwolves.
Dude, I know about Airbud.
After the Timberwolves...
The Timberwolves.
After the Timberwolves lose one game, the team has subsequent success and qualifies for the state final. Just before the championship game, Snively appears after seeing Buddy on television, hoping to profit off Buddy's newfound fame. He does things that are bad. There's no information about if it's for the city or for the school or what. So, they're just focused on the fact that a dog could play basketball. Maybe that's their way in. Maybe if we can get a pigeon to play basketball, they'll let him on the school team, and then they have to let him in school because that's how that works.
All right, so we got the pigeon in school.
Okay. See, my plan was maybe to try and just put him in a nice suit and tie and tell him that it's your child and don't make fun of him. That's mean.
Put a wig on the Stuart Little.
Oh, yeah.
The Stuart Little angle.
Yeah.
See, there's a lot of ways you could go at this.
and anything's open. Whatever you want to do to get that pigeon in school, you got to do it. Now, pigeons in school. Kindergarten pigeon. I mean, that one's easy. Like, who messes up kindergarten? Finger painting? He's got those. He's going to make... Remember when they make turkeys? He's going to do so good at that. Other things that kindergartners do. I'm sure Pigeon is just as competent at kindergarten as a human would be. Then you get in counting. I believe a Pigeon can count. That's probably going to be easy. But you get to like 3rd grade. I think at that time, you're going to have to sit down and help that pigeon with their after-school math homework. Algebra.
So you have to learn Common Core math along the way.
Yeah. This This will be the new Sonic Teaches Math. This is going to be get that pigeon to school, but the entire time we're teaching the player how to do math. We are teaching, oh my God, backers. The world we live in right now, when this is being recorded, has a lot of parents having to learn how to teach their kids for the first time ever. They've been relying on the school system to kind of take that for them this entire time. But now we're going to use this game as a tutorial for them to learn how to teach their kids in the form of a pigeon. By teaching this pigeon how to read, you will then be able to teach your real human child to be able to read. Because if you can do it with a pigeon, you can do it with a 6-year-old. Come on. Or maybe a pigeons are easier. We haven't done the proper experimentation.
Okay. I'm
homeschooling.
Homeschool your pigeon from the start, K through 12. Get it done. Bang it out in a year. Pigeon tests into college. They're super genius because homeschool kids are always super weird and really smart.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat me at the citywide spelling bee.
I mean, we could also just make we did explore the sports angle. Really, the dumb kids can get into college if they're also just very good at sports.
Oh, Pigeon. Oh my God. Pigeon could enter sports. High jump. Oh my gosh. Pigeon becomes a world-class high jumper. College scholarships. Olympics. Everyone's like, that's not fair. He can fly. And we'll be like...
But you got to make sure he stays focused on his education. Doesn't get all into like the money and the fame of the Olympics and ditches school, because then you lose, because it's about getting this pigeon a good education. Beckers, keep your eye on the goal.
I don't like this game.
Okay, Beckers, do you want to do a game?
Yeah, let's do a different game. All right, buckle up. Change gears. Different gear. Have you heard of the hit show Tiger King?
I heard of it.
So you haven't watched it. Perfect.
No. Okay.
I'm like 4 episodes in, and I'm not done, but I do know that Carol Baskin killed her husband. I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of Robin Hood?
Yes.
What's like the premise of Robin Hood?
He's a fox, and he's got to defeat the lion. Rob from the rich, take from the poor.
Take from the rich and give to the needy. Take a little off the top, but I'm not greedy. That's the Shrek one. Anyway.
Oh, I thought it was the Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I don't think I've seen that one. But anyways, Robin Hood takes from the rich, the king, and the sheriff or whatever, and he gives to the poor because they hungry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm thinking, what if there was a Robin Hood that took from the Tiger King to give to the people? Because he's got all the cats.
Okay.
The tigers and the lions.
Yeah.
And he needs to take... The Tiger King's got them all, so we need to take them from the Tiger King, give them to the rest of the people.
Okay.
So everyone can have tigers.
As a big dum-dum. I was trying to think of the term for like someone who's not like sophisticated, but I couldn't think of it, so I'm going with dum-dum. As a big dum-dum, does the Tiger King like have them like just out in the field? Does he have them in like room?
He just got them out and about.
Okay. So
in like Louisiana.
So if you can get in that field, then you good. You can just grab as many tigers as you can get before Tiger King catches you.
You can only take so many. Okay. So you start the game. Level 1. You got your hands And the Tiger King's got tigers. Okay, so you walk up, you slip up onto his field at night. You can only grab one tiger because you just got these hands. You know, you're not the Pied Piper of tigers. You can't get them all to follow you. So you can only take one. And you give that tiger to Susie, who asked for one for Christmas, and she didn't get one. And she really wanted one, and she needed it. And there weren't any tigers for her to get, so you gave her that tiger.
Yes.
Great. 1 down.
2 to go.
Level 2. No. Susie. She's grateful.
Yeah.
She gives you $20 as a gesture, as a tip for tiger delivery
Just
service.
the tip.
So you got this tiger. You got the tiger to where it needs to go. You have $20 now. Level 2. Tiger King knows one of his tigers went missing.
I would hope.
You would hope. So he's like, I better put up some defenses.
Yep.
He installs a fence.
Okay, so to be clear, level 1, they're just free range. They can go if they wanted to, but
they are grass-fed, free-range tigers.
Okay. But this time he decides to put up a fence. Now they're in the field. They're not leaving the field unless Robin Hood shows up.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, now I have this fence to contend with.
Yep.
Right?
But you have $20.
But you have $20. So how now you got to get over the fence or through the fence or under the fence and get a tiger and get it to somebody.
Yes. Anybody. With $20.
Whoever asked for a tiger.
You're like the A-team of tigers.
Yeah.
If you have a job,
so
we can fix it. We're Bob the Builder.
What are you going to do? What are you going to purchase? Or what? Yeah, what are you going to purchase with your $20?
A tiger.
You're proud of yourself, so I'm just going to let you write it out.
A saw.
A saw. So you're going to cut a big old hole in the fence, right?
Sure.
Okay.
What's the fence made out of? I pictured wood, but there's probably other things. Okay.
Sure. Wood.
Yep.
Okay.
Saw.
So you get in there.
Yep.
You bought a saw. Did you buy anything else?
How much did the saw cost?
A saw costs $12.
Okay. Can I buy a wagon for $8?
Yes.
Okay, then I will. Then I can carry a tiger with my hands, and then I will attach the wagon to my butt, like with a little rope, and then I can stick a tiger in there. It's like a train.
You're telling me that you're going to carry a 600-pound tiger in a wagon that you bought for $8.
It's got wheels.
Okay, so you try to do that. The wagon breaks, you lose the $8, and you get one tiger out of there.
Maybe the tigers were at the top of a hill. And it could roll down.
No, the wagon busted under the sheer weight of the tiger. The max capacity of that wagon is 150 pounds because it's $8.
Okay. So I get another $20, right?
So you take that tiger, you give it to an aspiring magician, and he gives you $15 because he's not doing so great. That's why he wanted a tiger.
Okay.
Okay, so
can
he
he
spent
teach
$8
me?
on a wagon.
Can he teach me a card trick in exchange for the missing $5?
He teaches you a card trick.
Which one?
Is this your card? That
Okay.
one.
Okay.
So now Tiger King, he finds a broken wagon, and he finds another tiger missing, and he goes, "Dang nabbit, who's taken my tigers?" And he ups his defenses. He puts up a steel fence.
Mm.
Okay, he puts up a steel fence. You have $15 in a card trick. You have no way to get through this anymore. And your income isn't high enough to keep up with the Tiger King's defenses and how fast they're growing. Because you're only getting out one tiger at a time. You've already failed, mission over.
Little does Beckers know that this was all according to my plan. You see, I take that $15. I hire a Friar Tuck. He was always part of it because Robin Hood. I say, Friar Tuck, you go hang out around back. We're gonna go get us some tigers. I go up to the front door. I impress Tiger King with my "is this your card" trick. He thinks I'm a clever man who can solve his missing tiger mystery because he knows there's tigers missing because there's wagons. He thought he was bad at keeping tigers in a room because he forgot that fences exist until they started going missing. But now that there's a wagon, he thinks that it might be theft. But I present myself as the great detective magician, Ronaldo. He says, "Hello, Ronaldo. I trust you with my life and my tigers." And I say, "Great. I'm going to need 17 of your tigers so that I can use them to find your missing tigers." It isn't like tiger exchange currency. The more tigers I have, the easier it is to find your missing tigers. He says, "Ronaldo, I'm not sure, but..."
He says no.
But
You can't manipulate the game like this.
with that card trick, you sell him on it. You sell him on it because the card, if you didn't barter for the card trick, if you just took the $20, you're done. You need the card trick. Friar Tuck around back helps you load it up. You get the 17 tigers, you sell them around to everybody. Tiger King, he's a tiger like jester now because he gave away all his tigers to a Ronaldo. God, the idiot. Who would have saw it coming? Did you want to do something different with your game?
I was thinking.
Yeah.
You take... Whatever. I was thinking it would end up being kind of like a tower defense game where he put up like watchtowers and snipers, and you would buy high-tech gear, and you would get, split leashes for tigers so you could walk 2 tigers at once. Mm-hmm. And then you would like hire help, and you would get tranquilizers in a semi-truck, and once you're really, really getting tigers out there. And it would just turn out to this all-out war between you and the Tiger King. That's what I was thinking. But, you showed him a card trick and he just gave you all of his tigers. That too.
I mean, I think yours would work really good if we make it a 2-player game.
I want to be the Tiger King.
If somebody can play as the Tiger King, and then you have to get tigers and probably sell tigers. I imagine that's what makes him the Tiger King. But then there's somebody trying to do tiger theft. On the like cheap, so he's trying to get tiger theft things where you're just trying to figure out how to make your business succeed. You're a small business owner, so you got 2 players trying to figure out how to succeed, and it could be fun.
And then later on, you can unlock other play characters. You can be Robin Hood, or you can be Tiger King. Mm-hmm. But instead of Tiger King, you could be Carol Baskin. Mm-hmm. You could be Doc Antle. You could be one of the other crazy big cat people on that show, Yep. And then the other one. Mm-hmm. And you could play, you start off as Robin Hood, but later you could play as the 2 different big cat people against each other, trying to take each other's tigers.
Is there
for their zoos.
Is there like another... does Tiger King have a competitor?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Why didn't you make that game?
We are.
Okay.
We're doing it now.
Okay, so you're 2 Tiger Kings trying to steal each other's tigers and sell them.
Steal each other's tigers and run the other one out of the market. Have a tiger monopoly.
Yeah. Why didn't they? They've made every other form of monopoly. Why didn't they make tiger monopoly?
We are.
Oh, we're doing it.
What are we gonna call it? Tiger monopoly? Tiger thief. Let's call it tiger thief. Tiger time. Tiger time. I want that.
I don't. Tiger court.
No, it's not in court.
Well, I was thinking like court as in like kings, queens. You know, because we're assuming that like you're both tiger kings. Like you're trying to be tiger kings. Journey of the Tiger King.
Tiger tussle.
0 to Hero, the Tiger King story. Today, you're the Tiger King.
Tiger. Tiger thief.
That's
Tiger. Tiger.
Tiger. Tiger.
Tiger tussle. Tiger fisticuffs.
No. What?
Tiger tiff. I'm looking up synonyms for fight. Tiger tiff. Tiger tangle. Ooh, I like that one.
That's my why? Vote. Why is that anything?
Isn't it obvious?
Wait. You were looking up synonyms for fight and you came up with Tiger Tingle?
Tangle.
Tiger Tangle. I will sign off on Tiger Tangle.
Tiger tangle.
Tiger Tangle.
It is law.
Okay. Beckers, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Dr. Beckers with an S and on Twitch at Dr. Beckers with a Z. I plan to stream sometime in July.
You know that's not happening, right?
Hey.
You can follow me at twitter.com/lastgeek. You can follow me at twitch.tv/lastgeekplays. And you can go to lastgeek.com for the audio files and youtube.com/lastgeek for videos of podcasts, of Let's Plays, and vlogs, and other cool stuff. Maybe you want to see me beat Beckers and Nidhogg 2 repeatedly.
Or me beat Bryce at Tricky Towers, too.
Yep, those videos will be available at some time. Probably not when this podcast comes out, unless you are a Patreon
nerd.
Remember, have fun.